you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much, brethren, for joining me again. So tonight, we are digging into the new, I actually was looking for a right word to describe it anyway, but let's say the new shot from another group, but very familiar group from northern Nigeria, giving Tinubu ultimatum and stylishly reminding him that if peradventure Tinubu is voted out but he rigs himself in 2027, then that will be the end of Nigeria. That is why we are having this chat. So please read beyond the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast as well. Like it. That is your offering. Then share it. There is love in sharing. Whether they like it or not, just drop it on them. To invite your friends and your not so friendly friends. Tell them all that Mayegun today. And it's also Sunday. Easter Sunday it is, right? So happy Easter Sunday to everyone celebrating and all over the world, right here in the temple. So, brethren, there is a video making round. It is the video of the senior brother to Ahmed Dati, or Dati Baba Ahmed, Peter Obi's running mate in 2023. Now, his brother, who happened to be one of the Northern Elders Forum members, okay? So when Bokwari was there, prior to, the emergence of Tinubu, when Bokwari was there, it was among those from Northern Nigeria, right, parading themselves as the elders of Northern Nigeria, contributing to the political development of that time. The part where the Fulani terrorist advancement to the southern part of Nigeria jolted them so much that they actually said banning the movement of cows in southern part of Nigeria was considered as an attack on the northern part of Nigeria. It was one of them. It was also one of them that were expected to declare their support for candidate in 2023. And they went for Tinubu, no doubt, I think, right? Anyway, Baba Ahmed later got appointment to be the special advisor to Tinubu, but in the office of a shitty man. Now, yesterday, we said something about the rumor of shitty man being so discriminated against that everyone around him, right, is angry. Like, it was like it doesn't really exist. You know what I mean? Somebody that they are like hiding from any serious state matter, except for the ones that public show up and all that. There are many other things that they possibly conspired between themselves. I felt like, forget it. Tinubu and his gang, just like the Bukwari and his own gang, right, during their own time. So this time, they just can't take what Tinubu is dishing. So he got appointments. People reacted. Look at him. And I think a year or so later, he resigned. I could no longer be with them. Now, the video I'm about to play for everyone in a moment is in Hausa. So if you understand Hausa, easy for you. Or to my non-Hausa speakers, I'll tell you what he is saying in that video. And I hope, line by line, I will have people like Gaba, Garba Life, Celia, or Latu Haruna, or even Ahmed, and anyone else who can just loosely translate what I'm about to play. But let me tell you what he's saying in a short set to give you insight into what you're about to listen to. So they met somewhere, I think it was in Kaduna or so, right? And he was interviewed about the situation, the increasing insecurity, in Nigeria, especially northern Nigeria, the re-emergence of the Boko Haram, because right now, an average northerner is now aware that the Boko Haram are now making a comeback, according to them. They never left, but they're just feeling like it is now a thing. ISWAP is there, Lakurawa is there, and now Mahmuda in the northwest central of Nigeria. So in that state, I mean, in his response, right, he actually said, number one, right, Tinubu has no real plan for Nigeria, like generally, that if he opens his mouth to say things that he knows in that short stay within their space, and Nigerians will be alarmed. And I think that's a style to just make himself feel much like, like an in-house person or so, right? Then he went on to say, with the level of the economic hardship in Nigeria today, and plus the Tinubu's unpopularity and all that, right? That by 2027, if Tinubu rigged the election, if he dares, Nigeria will cease. Now that's far. It's not like, we will chase him. So some people, like politically, right, you can read a lot of meaning into it. And I am going to read a lot of meaning into it. Somebody who is not really politically inclined, well, it's just one of those flippant talks, which of course it can be. But that's actually not how it's going to be reacted, because when you look at the personality involved, and then you look at all other strings attached to this person, so that is a statement, right? Becomes like a life of its own. And that's what we're going to do tonight. I'll come back, right? So maybe kind of break it further down and other follow-up too, right? So Baba Ahmed, yesterday, this was yesterday.
Yanzu ban buɗe baki na. Kwanan nan na sauka daga aikin nan ban fara magana ba, kuma ina da hujjoji na. Amma inda zan yi magana din, zaka ga cewa akwai alaka da yawa akan abubuwan da yake faɗi. Kamar da can ba kafin shi wannan da ya mun takunkumi. Akwai alaka, akwai kamar tsakanin abin da yake faɗi da abin da nake. Abin da zai yake so in ce, a gaskiya arewa yanzu ita za ta tashi ta kwaci kanta. Wallahi sai mutanen arewa sun gane, sun yi ma kansu karatun tanasu, sun kwaci kansu da kansu. Su kiyaye mayaudaran 'yan siyasa, su kiyayi abubuwan da zai raba kansu. Duk abin da ya shafi musulmi da kirista da baju da fulani da mangu da sauransu, a ko ina ne wallahi ta shafi. Mun taɓa ganin wannan kafin shugaban ƙasa Buhari ya zama shugaban ƙasa. Lokacin muna kamfen ɗin shi, Boko Haram na sa bom a masallaci, su sa a coci, su sa a Abuja, su sa a Lagos. Boko Haram suka haɗe mana, suka sa mutanen arewa suka haɗe kansu gaba ɗaya. Haka ce ne. Saboda haka babu wani wanda zai zo ɗan siyasa yanzu da zai zo ya ce ina arewa mu ce ga mu, ya ce mana ku yi layi a bayana. Kai wani wane? Da ya gaya mana abin da za ka yi mana da hanyoyin da za ka yi mana ma. Mun kuma idan mu ya buɗe. An yi shekara 8 na Buhari. Yanzu ga wannan gwamnatin tana nan. Muna wayo. To shi kenan mun zauna mu sai dai kawai kuka a Najeriya nan. Mu ma fa 'ya'ya ne. Muna son gwamnatin da za ta fahimci matsalolin da muke da shi, kuma ai mana magana. Saboda haka magana arewa ba karamin magana ba. Ni dai na sani insha Allah nan da wata 6 sai kaga an yi wani babban juye ko wani sauyi na inda arewa, a kiblar da arewa za ta. ko sauran Najeriya su biyo mu ko mu tafi mu kaɗai, mu dai mun san cewa ba mai zama shugaban ƙasa a Najeriya in ba da Arewa. Kuma mun san da irin raini da irin abin da ake mana sai an koma ana da na sani. In dai ba mummunan zaɓe za a ce za a yi ba a ce arewan mu shi ne kawai za a ce a yi mummunan zaɓe kuma a 2027 wallahi su yi hankali yana iya kawo ƙarshen nan.
Dokta kana yi wa 'yan arewa albishirin ne na cewa nan da wata 6 akwai wani abu da ko walau ku daga ɓangaren dattawan arewa kuke ganin za ku yi da zai ɗaga muhimma da martaba arewa zai kawo canji, ko a ɓangaren siyasa kuna hasashen wancan sabuwar tafiya da ake yi kuna ganin za ta yi tasiri na ƙila samar wa arewa ta inuwar da in ta gaji da wancan ranar ta shiga wancan
duka kamar yadda na ce maka fa talakan arewa da wannan ƙungiyoyin da kake magana da tawan arewa da masu kishin arewa akwai lokacin da za mu zo mu haɗu mu cika ya isa kuma an kusa zaluncin nan ya isa haka banzantar da mu a watsi da mu a waye arewa ya isa wallahi mun san ko mun suwaye mun sani shi yasa ni kullum yanda wanda yake magana yakan ba shi saboda yakan faɗa abu daidai yanda yake to wanda baya son abin da kake faɗi in ka faɗa sai ya ce gaba kake da shi ko kuma kana mishi munakisa ni dai na sani ka ce min ko hasashe nake yi yanda abubuwa ke tafiya a arewa to lokaci ya kawo ko da dan arewa zai buɗe shaidan ubangiji lokaci ya zo ta inda abin zai fito ko mutum ɗaya ne ko ƙungiyoyi ne ko ta siyasa ne ni dai na san talakan arewa idan da ya yi kurakurai na jefa ma mutane ƙuri'a ko don ɗan arewa ne ko don wasu 'yan ƙalilan 'yan arewa sun je sun ce dole sai an kawo ɗan kudu an yi to wannan ta kare in shugabanci muke nema sahihi wanda zai mana maganin matsalolin in ma daga sama ya faɗo ya faɗo amma ka ga yaudarar mu da ake yi a ɗan arewa ɗan kudu musulmi kirista ku yi wannan wallahi ya kare jiki magayi ba ya taɓa faɗan wannan shi a lokacin bai san ashe za mu dawo da tuna
nuisance lele.
So in a nutshell, right, Baba Ahmed was talking about the state of insecurity of Nigeria before the emergence of Boko Haram, as they were attacking Christians, they were attacking Muslims and all of that stuff. And eventually, when Boko Haram came, he resolved all of that. As bad as Boko Haram was, he said, at least in the area of insecurity, things were not like this. Like Boko Haram managed to push them back, because if you remember, the Boko Haram were in Abuja, Boko Haram were in Kaduna, Boko Haram were in, you know. So when it now comes to this of Tinubu, he strongly believes that if the North can come together to ensure that they take on this Tinubu and end Tinubu's reign as president of Nigeria. Literally, like Aruna put it, right? Asking all of them that, if other people in Nigeria are willing to, fine. Because in 2027, if Tinubu rigged the election, easily, Nigeria will cease to exist. Baba Ahmed. Now, let us take a look at these statements. Is it just like an ordinary statement? Or is actually a statement that all of us should take serious? We all know that if there is a chance today for a referendum to ask every tribe in Nigeria and ethnic nationality in Nigeria if they still want to be part of this Nigeria or not, there is going to be a shocker. And that shocker is that there is a chance, right, that more than 60% of the people of the southern part of Nigeria, to start with, though, will vote to leave Nigeria. Nobody say people will want to be part of Nigeria, remain part of Nigeria. No, they are. There are many of them. Do you understand? So, if the North begins to play the card of, because we believe that not just that the North, they are holding on to Nigeria. Their southern counterparts are making it easier for them to hold it together this long, right? So if they begin to play the card of, if something, I mean, normally you will say, oh, if Tinubu rigged the election in 2027, right, we will chase him out, something like that. But when you go to that extreme of Nigeria will cease to exist. So let's take a look at what that means in the whole context, like the whole scheme of things, right? Tinubu in 2023, right? Tinubu lost the election, to be precise, because normally with their law, if to say he hasn't or he hadn't kind of like compromised their electoral system in Nigeria, okay? So Tinubu would, I mean, the INEC would have actually called for what they call the runoff election. And runoff election means when you can't get a clear winner from the word go, right? Then the closest contestants, right? You will take them to a second runoff or something, right? And then you don't need the number of states versus the number of, votes and whatever, right? You won't need all of that anymore. What you would need would be just straight contest and clear winner. But INEC didn't do that. And INEC didn't act alone. Apart from the suppression of nearly 3 million of people's votes in Rivers State alone by Wike, in case some of you have no idea, right? The damages done by Wike that made him so much valuable to Tinubu, because it just helped him to balance, you can't win election in Nigeria and say you want to be president of Nigeria for real, even if you want to rig. You have to rig in such a way that, right, the whole, the whole setup of the country, the way you're going to rig them from region to region and all of that will balance it up enough that, but they didn't do that. So the Northern Nigeria believes that if Tinubu as rich and as powerful as he claimed to be, couldn't secure the southern part of Nigeria, and with this Peter Obi in the picture, anyway, they could possibly just go it alone. Kind of, sure you get. Because in 2023, where they formed big, indefensible figures for Tinubu in some of the core part of the North, where they promised them the glory and then I don't know, maybe the prosperity of Mumu ticket and all that, So right now, with the feedback from the office of Shittiman, there is no point in deceiving themselves. So they are already telling themselves in northern part of Nigeria that Tinubu will be an OTP, one-term president. But he's still the most dreaded, because somehow they believe that he controls the institutions, right, that would normally conduct this election of a thing, right? So what if he wields that power? Despite this North believing that they actually decide who becomes who in Nigeria, even that, in this year 2023 charade, it's just so unfortunate that the whole 2023 was so corrupt, so flawed, that you can't really use the results as a yardstick of measuring anything, but it's still the only data, that is available that you can use. 2023. We used to remember, I remember when we used to have the three Kardashians. The three Kardashians were, because they they've lost that now, right? So where Kaduna, Kano, and Katsina, you see these three states, they can deliver about 6 million votes from them alone. These are like underage voters, fake votes, you know, manipulated figures, triple, quadruple, well, put it this way, multiple from printing and all of that.